Broadbeach Country Music Festival is in full swing, and we caught up with one of the headline acts, James Blundell. You've got a new album coming out soon. Is that sort of what we'll be hearing from your set?
I've got a great belief that you don't bludgeon your adoring public to death with all the new material because you're so excited about the audience. But no, there'll be 3 new tunes in the set, and the rest of them go back as far as 1987. So I'm fond of saying late last century, but there's 30 years worth of music to get through. So we've got to keep it into like an hour 40 set.
Now, the Gold Coast is not really known as a country music loving town. But is festivals like this helping spread the love of country music? Yeah,
very much so, and I think that one of the things that has been forgotten is that nearly all of Queensland used to come to the Gold Coast for their holidays out of the bush, and you can find bushmen and their families in any pub in town. They've all got boat shoes on, a pair of shorts, and they've left the arms at home. But there's a real comfort factor with people who like country music being on the Gold Coast as opposed to going to Sydney or going to Melbourne. It's an unlikely but very natural fit.
How important are festivals like this for artists like you?
Yeah, they're becoming the most important engagement of the year. There's half a dozen that are real. They're critical to your public visibility, and particularly when you're working on an album or releasing material, it gives people a point of sale that they can do at the event, but it also lets people know the thing's out because it's really hard to get through radio. Or CMC's fantastic, but that's probably the strongest format that there is for new release. Radio is very difficult, mainstream TV nothing much, so these big festivals are vital.
You've been on the country music scene for quite some time, but now there's starting to be this fresh new talent coming through.
Well, I guess I'm lucky to have been behind the curtain, and I've seen a lot of the artists that are now seen as the cool young artist turn up. For a long time I was involved in several institutions that nurtured and developed them. So some of the ones who are headline in the main sort of body of acts this year I've known for 10 years. There's Harry Hookey, there's the Wolf Brothers, the McClymonts, and they're just fantastic. And I get spoiled rotten because I'm now asked often to get up on stage and sing with these people who I've known for ages. I go, of course I'd love to sing with you, but I'm so uncool and you guys are so cool. So it's a lovely period of time. It's great.
You were in the 1029 Hot Tomato Studios with Mel and Luke, and they got you to do a little bit of a performance while you were in there.
They're pretty irreverent, those fellas. I love them both. They're terrific. But the gauntlet was thrown down that I had to do a country version of Uptown Funk, the Bruno Mars tune.
And how did that go?
Well, the thing is, the words in it are fantastic. And they said, well, how are you going to countrify it? I said, the first thing you do is going to cut it in half and take most of the chords out. So it's now a 3-chord, minute-long song, and I managed to get the first verse, and then the bit of the girls got you hallelujah, and then the I'm too hot, and then we got to Uptown Funk You Up.
He falls pretty fast in that song.
It was a ball. Had an absolute blast. Yeah.
Funky up, uptown, funky up. Uptown, funky up, uptown, gonna funky up. Hey, uptown, funky up, uptown, gonna funk you up. Woo, uptown, funky up, uptown, gonna funk you up. Break it down. Wow.